Chapter 94. And now I say to you, my children, love justice and walk in it, for the paths of justice are worthy that they be accepted, and the paths of injustice are destroyed suddenly and cease. And to certain men of a future generation, the paths of violence and of death will be revealed, and they will retreat from them and will not follow them. And now I say to you, the just, do not walk in the wicked path and in violence, and not in the paths of death, and do not approach them, that ye be not destroyed. But love, and choose for yourselves justice and a pleasing life, and walk in the paths of peace, that ye may live and have joy. And hold in the thoughts of your hearts, and let not my words be eradicated from your hearts. For I know that the sinners will deceive men to make wisdom wicked, and it will not find a place, and all kinds of temptations will not cease. Woe to those who build injustice and violence, and found deception, for they will be rooted out suddenly, and will have no peace. Woe to those who build their houses in sin, for they will be rooted out from their foundation, and will fall by the sword. And they who acquire gold and silver will be destroyed by sudden judgment. Woe to you, rich, for ye have trusted in your riches. But ye will come away from your riches, because ye have not remembered the Most High in the days of your riches. Ye have done reviling and injustice, and were prepared for the day of bloodshed, and for the day of darkness, and for the day of the great judgment. Thus I speak to you and announce to you that he who has created you will destroy you from the foundation, and over your fall there will be no pity, and your Creator will rejoice in your destruction, and your just in those days will be a disgrace to sinners and the impious. Chapter 95. Oh, that my eyes were clouds of water, and I could weep over you and pour out my tears like a cloud of water, and I could rest from the sorrow of my heart. Who has empowered you to practice hate and wickedness? May the judgment reach you, the sinners. Fear not the sinners, ye just, for God will give them into your hands again, and ye may pass judgment over them as ye desire. Woe to you who pronounce curses that they be not loosened, and healing will be far from you on account of your sins. Woe to you who repay evil to your neighbor, for ye will be repaid according to your deeds. Woe to you, the witnesses of untruth, and to those who weigh injustice, for ye will be destroyed suddenly. Woe to you sinners, for ye pursue the just, for ye will be given over and pursued, ye men of injustice, and heavy will be their yokes upon ye. Chapter 96. Hope, ye just, for the sinners will be destroyed suddenly before you, and the power over them will be to you as ye desire. And in the day of the trouble of the sinners, your children will mount and rise like eagles, and your nest will be higher than the hawk, and ye will ascend and go like the squirrels into the recesses of the earth, and into the clefts of the rock to eternity, before the unjust. But they will lament over you and cry like satyrs. But fear not ye who suffer, for a healing will be to you, and a brilliant light will shine for you, and ye will hear the voice of rest from heaven. Woe to you, sinners, for your riches make you appear like the just, but your hearts prove to you that you are sinners. And this word will be a testimony against you, as a remembrance of wicked deeds. Woe to you who devour the marrow of the wheat, and drink the power of the root of the fountain, and trod down the lowly by your power. Woe to you who drink water at all times, for ye will be repaid suddenly, and will dry up and wither, because ye have left the fountain of life. Woe to you who practice injustice and destruction and reviling. There will be a remembrance against you for evil. Woe to you, powerful, who throw down with power the just ones, for the day of your destruction will come. In those days many and good days will come to the just, on the day of your judgment. Chapter 97. Believe, ye just, for the sinners will come to shame, and will be destroyed on the day of justice. it will be known to you that the Most High is mindful of your destruction, and the angels rejoice over your destruction. What will ye do, ye sinners, and whither will ye flee on that day of judgment, when ye will hear the voices of the prayer of the just? Ye will not be like those, ye against whom this word will be a testimony. Ye have been companions of the sinners. And in those days the prayer of the just will reach the Lord, and the days of your judgment will come to you, and all the words of your injustice will be recited before the great and holy one, and your faces will be filled with shame, and each work that is founded on injustice will be cast off. Woe to you, sinners, in the midst of the ocean, and over the land whose remembrance of you is evil. Woe to you who acquire silver and gold without justice, and say, We have become rich, and have treasures, and possess everything we desire. And now we will do what we contemplate, for we have gathered together silver, and our treasuries are filled. And as water, so many are the workmen of our houses. And like water your lies will float away, for wealth will not remain for you, but will ascend suddenly from you. For ye have acquired it all in injustice, and ye will be given over to a great condemnation. Chapter 98. And now I swear to you, the wise and the foolish, for ye will see much on this earth. For ye men will put on more ornaments than the women, and colored stuffs more than the virgin, in royalty and in greatness and in power, and in silver and in gold, and purple and honor, and in food they will float away like water. And therefore they will have no knowledge and no wisdom, and thereby they are destroyed, together with their treasures, and with all their glory and their honor, and in shame and in murder, and in great poverty their spirits will be cast into an oven of fire. I swear to you, sinners, as a mountain has not and will not become a slave, nor a hill the maid of a woman, thus too has sin not been sent on the earth, but man of himself has created it, and it will be for a great curse to those who do it. And barrenness has not been given to a woman, but on account of the deeds of her hands she dies without children. I swear to you, sinners, by the Holy and the Just One, that all your wicked deeds are revealed in the heavens, and none of your deeds of violence are covered or hidden. And do not think in your souls, and do not say in your hearts, that ye do not know, and do not see that every sin is daily being written down in heaven before the Most High. And from now ye know that all your violence which ye commit is written down on each day to the day of your judgment. Woe to you, fools, for ye will be destroyed by your foolishness, and ye do not listen to the wise, and will not attain anything good. And now know that ye are prepared for the day of destruction, and do not hope that ye will live, ye sinners, but ye shall depart and die, for ye do not know a ransom. For ye are prepared for the day of the great judgment, and for the day of trouble and of great disgrace to your souls. Woe to you, hardened of heart, who do evil and devour blood. Whence have ye good eating and drinking and satisfaction? From all the good which our Lord the Most High has spread in abundance over the earth, and ye will have no peace. Woe to you who love the deeds of injustice. Why do ye hope for goodness to yourselves? Know that ye shall be given into the hands of the just. They will cut off your necks and slay you, and will not pity you. Woe to you who rejoice in the trouble of the just, for a grave will not be dug for you. Woe to you who make the words of the just in vain, for the hope of life will not be to you. Woe to you who write down words of untruth and words of the impious, for they write down their lies that they be heard, and do not forget their foolishness. And there will be no peace to them, but they will die a sudden death. Chapter 99. Woe to those who act impiously, and glory in the words of untruth, and honor them, Ye will be destroyed, and will have no good life. Woe to you who change the words of rectitude, and who transgress the law of eternity, and make themselves that which they are not, namely sinners. They will be trod down on the earth. And in those days prepare yourselves, ye just, to raise your prayers of remembrance, and ye will place them as a testimony before the angels, that they may lay the sins of the sinners before the Most High as a remembrance. In those days the nations will be disturbed, and the generations of the nations will arise on the day of destruction. And in those days the fruit of the womb will miscarry, and they will mangle their own children, and they will cast their children from them, and miscarriages will pass from them. They will cast sucklings from them, and will not return to them, and will not pity their beloved. Again, I swear to you, sinners, that sin has been prepared for a day of blood which does not end. And they will worship stones, and others will make images of gold and silver and of wood and of clay, and others will worship unclean spirits and demons and all kinds of idols, even in the idol temples, but no help will be found in them. And they will become impious in the foolishness of their hearts, and their eyes will be blinded through fear in their hearts, and through a vision of their dreams. Through them they will be impious and will fear, because they do all their deeds in untruth and worship stones, but they will be destroyed in an instant. But in those days blessed are all they who receive the words of wisdom and know them, and do the paths of the Most High, and walk in the path of justice, and do not act impiously with those who act impiously, for they will be saved. Woe to you who spread evil among your neighbors, for ye will be killed in hell. Woe to you who make a fountain for sin and deception, and who cause bitterness on the earth, for thereby they will reach an end. Woe to you who build your houses by the labor of another, and whose building material is nothing but the bricks and stones of sin. I tell you, ye will have no peace. Woe to those who cast away the measure and the inheritance of their fathers, which is forever, and cause their souls to follow after idols. No rest will be to them. Woe to those who practice injustice and aid oppression, and kill their neighbors, to the day of the great judgment. For he will cast down your glory, and put the wickedness to your hearts, and will raise the spirit of his anger, and will destroy you all with the sword. And all the just and holy will remember your sins. Chapter 100. And in those days the fathers will be slain in one place with their sons, and brothers with the others will fall in death, till it flows like a stream from their blood. For a man will not in mercy draw his hand from his sons, and from his sons' sons, to kill them. And the sinner will not draw his hand from his honored brother. From the dawn to the setting sun they will kill each other. And a horse will walk up to his breast in the blood of the sinners, and a wagon will sink in to its height. And in those days the angels will come unto the secret places, and will collect in one place all those who aided sin, and the Most High will arise on that day to pass a great judgment over all the sinners. But over all the just and holy he will place holy angels as watchmen, to watch them like the apple of an eye, till an end has been made to evil and to all sin. And even if the holy sleep a long sleep, there is nothing to fear. And the wise among men will see the truth, and the children of the earth will understand all the words of this book, and know that their riches will not be able to save them in the overthrow of their sins. Woe to you sinners, if ye trouble the just on the day of great pain, and burn them with fire, ye will be repaid according to your work. Woe to the hardened of heart, who watch to contrive wickedness. Fear will be about to come over you, and there will be none to save you. Woe to you sinners, for on account of the words of your mouth, and on account of the deeds of your hands which ye have done, ye who act impiously will burn in a pool of flaming fire. And now know that the angels will seek out your deeds in heaven from the sun and the moon, and the stars in reference to your sins, because ye pass judgment on the earth, on the just. And he will call to testify over you each cloud and fog and dew and rain, for they all will be kept back from you, that they do not descend upon you. And shall they not think of your sins? And now give presents to the rain, that it may not be kept back from descending upon you, or the dew when it has received gold or silver from you. When hoarfrost and snow and their coldness descend upon you, and all the winds of the snow, and all their plagues, in those days ye will not be able to stand before them.